It's time again. Build video, but this time it's the engineer. We're back on our class. The things I know. The things I know. So, I don't know if you've tried it, but the flamethrower, you can do a ton of damage with. Okay? There's a lot of good reasons why this is actually pretty good at the moment. Actually as well, and I don't like to tout builds as being good for new players, specifically because I don't like things to be too easy for new players. This is actually not a bad new player build, to be fair. First of all, before we go any further, do not forget, we have a Patreon pledge page, and at the $5 tier, you can get access to these videos 2 days earlier. There's some people who have joined us on there recently, so welcome if you've joined us recently. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate the support. Also, if you want to like, comment, subscribe on this video, you can do that. Spread it out to your friends if they play engineer, or maybe if they're looking at playing a new class and they want a pretty easy build to pick up first of all in PvP. And yeah, I'm going to go through this now. So I hope you're good and staying safe and everything else like that. I know it's pretty scary out there right now, but you're doing good. Keep it up. And yeah, we're going to go through this build, which I've been playing on stream quite a lot. So where are we? Let's actually go up here because it's quieter. Okay. So all of these videos, if you're new to the channel as well, because we're starting to get a lot of subs in, kind of just go through the build. I might show you some damage, some little tricks to the build, but it's going to be pretty quick. Now the build is, at the moment, Demolisher's Amulet with Rune of Air. Now this is something I am using a lot of. I just like it because mainly I don't actually have a stun break really in this build, to be fair. So that is the only one of the big problems of this build. But with blind stability and everything else that I have, it's not much of a problem, in all honesty, most of the time. Let's go through the build and find out why. Demolisher's Amulet. So power, precision, toughness, ferocity. Toughness is important for survivability, but depending on what on versus, if versus like a heavy condi comp, I will go for a Marauder. I will go for Demolisher, but I will not go for Berserker, probably. Actually, you could go for Berserker as well, to be fair. But then you don't have any toughness, and your HP is low. And it's quite tough. It is low HP. But, like I said, you could go Marauder and you're back up to 20k. If you're worried. That's fine and fair enough. Then we're going to go Hammer, obviously, because we're playing Scrapper. So this is a Scrapper build. So Sigil of Exposure. Your next 3 attacks after you swap to this weapon, while in combat, inflict 5 stacks of vulnerability. Now, that would just be to put the 5 stacks on and to come back into your Flamethrower. And then Sigil of Energy, gain 25% of your endurance. That's never bad, you know. That's a good, safe sigil, and there might be something you prefer which is better. We don't gain that much regen on our energy in this build, so, and normally you do in a lot of energy builds if you go tools and whatnot, but we're not gaining that today on this build. So alchemy, firearms, because we're going flamethrower, and scrapper here. So this is a power build. The main damage comes from your flamethrower. You get a bit off of hammer, obviously, as well, but a lot of it's coming off your flamethrower, a little bit off supply crate as well, and you get stability comes out from your defense field, stability comes out from your flamethrower mainly. So let's go through the build first so we can actually find out what that is. So alchemy, obviously, elixir B, so drink the lesser elixir B when you hit 75% health. So you get fury, you get might, you get retaliation, you get swiftness. You could use a rune which gives you longer boon duration, possibly. That could be something you could go for. Gain protection when you are disabled, so 30 seconds of, sorry, every 30 seconds, of course. That is the global cooldown. Be careful of that. Less damage, but, you know, it's just a minor trait. It's okay. Not too bad. You could go for invigorating speed if you wanted to. You can get it quite a fair bit on this, especially because we got that Rune of Air as well. Especially while we have, it's really up to you. I mean, I wouldn't. Protection's nice. Let's Elixir C. Drink Elixir C when you reach the threshold of conditions affecting you. That's pretty good. Obviously, can't do removal. Elixir E. So drink an Elixir E when you are struck while below the health threshold as well for 83%. You gain barrier and protection, so you get 3,000 barrier, which is nice. So you know that helps this little health pool here, and that's got it's a 100-second global cooldown, which kind of sucks, but it's there. Compounding chemicals, so heal yourself when you grant yourself a boon. Happens quite a lot if you switch in and out of Flamethrower as well. So you're giving yourself stability every so often, and obviously might as well. And then you've got Iron Blooded, so reduce the physical and condition damage for each boon you have, which is normally free for boons. So you're able to mitigate, what, like 6 to 8% damage probably most of the time, and you will get other boons from other people. So I would say like in team fights, you're mitigating probably like 10-12% of damage, which is pretty good. You could go for purity of purpose, because you are removing conditions quite a lot. This is up to you. Play around with it, see what you like. Again, these builds, I don't make them and say, you know, you should do this, that, the other. Go for one of the two. I'm using this at the moment, just to let you know. And then firearms, this is where most of our damage is coming from. So critical hits have a chance to cause bleeding. Not bad. Still get damage. High caliber, so you have an increased critical hit chance against foes within the health threshold. So that's 300, okay? Just remember that, it's important. Pardon me, Hematic Focus, you have increased chance to critically hit against bleeding foes. Now, obviously, this is bleeding on here, so you know you're gonna want to be making sure that you do bleed, and you will bleed them completely, to be fair, on Flamethrower. No scope, so critical hits, on foes within the range threshold have a chance to grant Fury. Fury grants you ferocity. Ooh, critical hits. So we're already getting stability, we're getting might, we're gonna have swiftness a bit, we're gonna have fury. So that's what I'm talking about in terms of the 8%. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. Bleeding you inflict increases. Gains increased duration. This is mainly for Condi, this line, and like the really high end DPS power builds as well. I mean, it's just damage. It's for damage. What am I talking about? And then you go gain might and stability while wielding a flamethrower. Might applied to you gains increased duration. This is really strong in this meta, I guess. You could say not many people are playing flamethrower builds, but it's pretty strong because you've got permanent access to stability, like permanent. Like you can see, it's just rolling through. I've just got permanent stability. I'm surprised they haven't taken away, but no one's using this because it's very offensive trait line. So yeah, I mean, if you want to make sure you're not going to be taken out quite consistently, stability is good. So cannot be knocked down, pushed back, pulled, launched, stunned, dazed, floated, sunk, feared, or taunted. That's why I don't have a stun break. Also, just because I can't fit in. And then we've got Scrapper, who's going to be, obviously, function gyro. Then you've got mass momentum, so gain might while you have stability. So that's why I've permanently got 8 to 9 stacks of might right now. Not in combat as well. Okay? It's a lot, right? It's a lot. I mean, obviously, I'm gaining might from Juggernaut as well. So it's all combined. Using a leap finisher grants you super speed. You can use your leap on your hammer. Deal increased damage while you have stability, swiftness, or super speed. This damage increase compounds for each boon you have. So damage per boon. 1, 2, very least. We'll have fury as well. We'll probably have swiftness. So that's 4. 20% damage increase. Okay? Yeah. You're starting to get it, right? I'm pretty sure that's 20. It's about 20%. Deal increased damage while you have stability, swiftness, or super speed. This damage increase compounds for each boon you have. Oh yeah. The percentage of the strike damage you deal is converted into barrier. Your vitality is reduced. which kind of sucks, but hey ho. And then gain quickness when you gain might at or above the threshold. Quickness grants bonus power. Get extra 200 power, so we're going to gain extra might as well. So now this means what you could do, and this is every 10 seconds, bear in mind, is grab yourself, and there is little access to swiftness in this. You could grab yourself a might boon, a might rune, sorry, or you could grab yourself a might sigil, which will give you like pretty much quickness all the time. So if you go over to strength, now the reason I've got Rune of Air again, and this has been so helpful, is for survival. So if you want that extra might, I would stick it on your weapon, in all honesty. Rather than having the 5 sticks of vulnerability, I would stick on, what is it, courage, maybe? On hit gain might for 10 seconds. You could go for that. Cooldown is every 2 seconds. Yeah, I would go for courage over Sigil of Battle, because you've got, if you don't want to swap into it, it doesn't matter. You can just continue with Flamethrower, and we can actually go and test that, how much might you're actually going to get. Okay, so what have we got ability-wise and everything else? So that's the build, okay? You've got different things that give you, you've got different things which can help you, give you some swiftness here as well. Now that's the second ability on the Flamethrower, and I can see swiftness. There's a good amount of swiftness. It's able to get you to different points on the map. Then you've got, you know, the cooldown is there, it's 20 seconds. Flamethrower cooldown on the second ability is 6 seconds. And you're probably to your next location. And yeah, sure, you might be a little bit slow. That's one issue in this build. Could change that in the runes if you want to. And change to, you know, Traveler or whatever else. I've been fine playing this, and in how it's been going, you do get super speed sometimes as well from Scrapper. So that's worth thinking about as well. Let's have a look at the damage we do. Okay. Okay, so that's without really trying. Okay. That's pretty quick for Flamethrower, in all honesty. Let's just have a look again. Put down the poison as well. Why not? Why not, hey? Let's put this down. It would be better to use it on like something that's not like. You can see the stacks of might as well. We're at 12. We're getting permanent. We're getting permanent. Fury is not permanent, obviously, but you know, we're getting a lot of quickness as well. So that's every like 10 seconds or so. It should be. Yeah, there you go. So we've got what, 3 or 4 boons? We've got regeneration, obviously. That's from the supply crate, which is what I put down as well. Now don't forget, we do have, so we've got the poison AoE from chemical field. We've got defense field, which is going to help you versus lich form, which is really good. How long is that for? And it gives you, that's actually quite a lot of stability. Oh no, again, we're getting stability, it doesn't really matter. But if you're not in Flamethrower, you can pull that in. You know, if you go into Hammer, you know, I would even just use it. Just because, you know, you haven't got that stun break. Then you got Incendiary Ammo as well, which gives you a little bit of extra damage. That's worth a little bit of damage. You've got your Shock Shield as well, which is going to put 10 stacks of vulnerability on. So you want to make sure you put that on first. You've got your mini heal and regenerating mist. So, you know, you use that if you need to get a little bit of extra healing along with your leap finisher as well. You can see that barrier is building up from the Scrapper line. There's a lot of nice little bits of synergy in this, which I'm enjoying, to be fair. Sorry, it's Impact Savant, isn't it? It gives you that extra little, I was gonna say barrier. It is barrier. Extra little bit of HP, which is effectively what barrier is, layered on top of your HP bar. And then you've obviously got, you know, Purge Jar, which is going to remove conditions. And you've got Bulwark Gyro, which mitigates some damage, some power damage there as well. Sorry, general damage. Really good. Really fun. Supply crate. Really, in all honesty, you can probably switch that out if you want. But it offers you a good way to root your target. It offers you a good way to just do a nice little bit of, it's not spike damage, but you know, you're able to root them down. You know, you got your net turret, you got the flame turret, get some healing there as well. You know, it's pretty, I like it. You got big old blast as well, just in case you do need that extra heal in the area. You can sit down, chill out. It's pretty fun build. It's just a fun build. I thought, you know, maybe you'd like this, maybe you'd like this. There's a burning on there as well, you can see, and it's pretty simple to do damage. You don't have to do a massive long, you know, drawn out combination. I mean, you can obviously chuck the blast on, and Electro Well does some nice damage as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. I just thought I'd share it with you, to be fair. See how you go, see if you like it. It's one of those things I've been enjoying again. You know, light target's pretty nice damage. It's pretty easy to play. And I just thought it'd be good, especially for newer players maybe as well, and just, you know, even for vets, give it a bash, see how you can improve it if you think you can. I made this build, and then one of my friends, Akujin, who does come into the stream as well, pretty much the same, and he plays Flamethrower build as well. He's always been playing Flamethrower, so I'm just like, okay, cool, I must be on the right track with this. But yeah, it's really good. It's a Jebro original. So come and give it a bash. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take it easy. Stay safe, people. I'll see you next time. Enjoy.